A drift boat is only as good as the best quality materials, jigs, templates, patterns. And at RiverWolf, we spent years perfecting all our patterns and jigs, make sure every boat turns out the same, make sure every boat is built to the same quality as the one before it and the one after it. One thing I might note as I'm laying these floor stringers out is the fact that every RiverWolf boat has a minimum of 4 floor stringers. Our side drifter has 6. I know of no other boat company puts 6 in any of their boats other than perhaps their 20-footers. One of the things that I've been asked many times before is the quality of our materials that we use in our boats, our bottom thickness, our bottom material choices. And on all of our 54-inch boats, we use a 6061 T6 aluminum, 100 thousandths thick. On our bigger boats, the 18.6 and also our 20-foot 6 side drifter series, we use 1/8-inch 5086. Both those materials are pretty close to the same strength. 5086 is a little bit more formable. Now that our bottom sheet is completely laid out, it's installed on our jig, underneath our press, we need to lay out for the chine location before we start welding some of this stuff up and cause a little bit of heat distortion. Stringer presses are in place. I'm going to press down all of the stringers. These stringers will conform exactly to the bottom jig. They hold them in perfect position as we weld them. As you can see, that brought every one of those stringers flat right down to the bottom. Building a great boat is partly due to having the best equipment in the world too. Our welders, our Miller 350P pulsers. We're also using a LumaPro push-pull gun system, also made by Miller. What a 350P does is it alters the weld characteristics. So when you're welding thinner materials, you can be in a spray transfer mode. It just makes welding so much easier, reduces the smoke, weld quality improves dramatically. All the stringers put in place, pressed into place, welded. We've got the F1 cross member, the F3 cross member, and the R3 cross member installed, and we're ready to install the F1 and R1 cross members. And there is the rear pedestal seat floor support. Now that we've got the bottom assembled with the stringers, cross members, we're ready to start putting the chine on. This is our chine. This is the beefiest chine in the industry. One of the things that makes a RiverWolf a better drift boat choice than some of the other guys. Bottom completed, chine on, completely welded. We're going to put the sides on. Transoms in. That's our target for the rear end of the sides. So here we go. Just completed putting the heater box on the front fly deck. number, all enclosed, already cut out for the heater fan. Heater opening on this side, D-bird, ready to put the raised portion of the fly deck on. We're welding up the chine now. We put the transom on, the transom stiffener. We use kind of a sequence to weld this stuff. We like to skip around a little bit to make sure we don't put too much heat in any one particular area. The transom, we like to get it built up right off the bat because it stiffens up the boat, and as you can see, we got to pull it to one side or the other to square the boat. That tie-down strap there provides enough pressure to pull that transom towards one side to straighten it out. And I'm going to finish welding up this chine. I will weld up the fly deck and the storage tray, and this boat is getting much closer to being done. This is day 2 of our boat build. 186, 18-foot 6-inch side drifter series. Just to review what we did yesterday, we started with a bottom sheet, added floor stringers, added the chine, put the transom on, added our fly deck co-heater system. We installed the storage tray underneath, cross members for the floor stringers. We set our side trays in place, and as we start putting on the bow rails, the gunnels, we'll install those side trays as well. So next step, gunnels, and we're going to do them now. Okay, we've completed sanding the gunnels, DA sanded them, knocked the welds down, radiused them. Now we're ready to install the interior gunnel styles. For this, we're going to use a little bit of clamping. These things are pretty stiff. Unlike some of the boats, use a 1/4-inch flat bar, which flexes pretty easy. These are made out of 3/4 by 1.5 inch 6005 series aluminum. They're pretty stiff. They're a little more difficult to get wrapped, but they make for a much stronger boat. On our 18.6, we think that's definitely a necessary thing. Houses the bilge pump, the electronics, switches, fuse block, and also a stiffener for the right-hand side. My name's Larry Mercer. I'm the owner of RiverWolf Boats. This is how you build a 186 side drifter. As you probably see, we put a lot of effort and time into our boats. A lot of little extras the other guys don't.